We wanted to further optimize our newsfeed summary, so it's not limited to the copper market, but to any type of market or a topic as per the user's preferences. In order to set up the search topic by yourself, we have to create the so-called solution. When the flow becomes part of a more complex entity called the solution, you have to study this yourself within Power Apps as such, but the solution is specifically important because it provides the opportunity to migrate your flow alongside the connectors and other necessary artifacts from one environment to another. Let's assume you want to switch offices or just migrate the flow from your corporate environment into your home environment. For that matter, you can do that by the employment of the solution. We call the solution the news summary. You can see the flow itself, which is called the news summary. That's our AI model. At the bottom, you can see the connectors, the connector to Outlook, RSS, and so on. And another important thing here is the environmental variables. They are necessary to ensure the migration. If you want to change, for instance, your Outlook address, your SharePoint address, or any specific attributes of your flow, you can employ these environment variables. For instance, the news topic could be related to copper, football, cinema news, or whatever. So this environmental variable can be used instead of hard-coded inputs. We created more variables here. These are not environmental variables, these are flow variables. They are necessary for us to change the topic. This is related to dynamic values in the prompt. As you can see, we have 4 different values in the prompt, like the topic, audience, the role of the AI. When we are writing the prompt, we tell AI how it should act as an analyst, as a bookkeeper, as a doctor, whatever persona it's gonna be taken in order to operate. And then we inserted all these 4 dynamic elements into the prompt. And now we will import this solution into the new environment. So you will see how the environment variables are working. So we're importing the solution. Everything starts pretty simple. Now the solution itself finds the right connections, like the connection to Outlook, SharePoint, or else. And now we have to set up the environment variables. For instance, we want to have our news summary related to the Middle East utility market. So we are changing the environment variable. So we will get the news for the topic that is interesting for us, for the appropriate audience, for the role of AI, which has to impersonate the market analyst, and our mailbox address in the new environment. We did all these changes, and now we can see that the solution has been successfully imported into the new environment. Now we get to the level of our flow, one level down from the solution, as the flow is part of the solution. Let's run our newly imported flow. The flow has almost been completed. Now it's fully completed. And we received the Middle East Utilities news summary first. And then the collection of articles for this topic. This is how we did this dynamic change of the topic when we were importing the solution. We can set up the topic of our news summary the way we want.